So, having removed our metaphorical outer clothing on Maundy Thursday, our outer clothing, those things we wrap ourselves in that protect us from feeling our raw emotions, our vulnerability in the fragility of human life. We find ourselves here at Good Friday. Above me is an image of Rublev's icon of the Holy Trinity. Here we see an image of God. That is, God not above, but God with us. God as our source and our breath. God in all things. Both male and female, but really neither male or female. Certainly above and beyond identities that limit and constrict. God's imagination being far greater, chooses here to bring divinity to life in the personhood of Jesus of Nazareth, the second person of the Holy Trinity. Here, the divine DNA, perhaps you may call it soul, takes its full imprint. Divinity is located in flesh, in bone, in emotion, in mind, in heart, in bone, in blood, in clay and dust. We meet our fragility, but also our beauty and our potential as human beings created in the image of the God Self. And then we come to the third person of the Holy Trinity, that is the Spirit that carries this divine imprint above and beyond and through and throughout all things, throughout your bones and your souls, throughout the bud and shoot and all creation. So Good Friday. Why good? Here we find in a Christian narrative that somehow Christ, in Jesus of Nazareth, a Palestinian Jew, is sharing our full human life and divinity. In this Christian narrative, everything comes together. This Jesus of Nazareth, who took on the weight of a Roman Empire and challenged the status quo of religion, crossed all cultural boundaries to extend arms that healed and saved. They healed and saved and told stories. They rubbed shoulders with the rawness, the grit and the dirt, the complexity, the paradoxes, the pain and the beauty, the joy and the lament of a human life. That love is stronger than death. That even in crucifixion, God's image is that God suffers and redeems humankind by sharing our story, that this God suffers our pain, crosses our own self-conceited boundaries to share fully in the participation of our sin, of the abuse of power and the corrupt institutions and limited dogmas and restrictive imaginations. That God says, love yourselves as I have loved you. This God enters our breath, our DNA, our substance and our souls. This God in integrity, in crucifixion, says, I am with you always. I suffer as you suffer. I share your human nature. God in Jesus of Nazareth laments with you today, shares your every sigh, your every lament, the pain of your souls, the paradoxes, the contradictions and the questions, each movement of your souls. This is what we name, I think, in my understanding, is the Christ mystery. And here we are to remain today. For this is why we call it good.